Good morning, students. Let us start a new chapter, circles. So, the circle is defined to be the locus of a point which moves in a plane so that its distance from a fixed point is always constant. Here, the fixed point is called the center, and the fixed distance is always constant. Is called the radius. So the definition is the locus of a point which moves in a plane so that its distance from a fixed point is always constant, is called a circle. So let us consider that this is a plane. So let this be a point whose distance from a fixed point. Let this be the fixed point. So this distance is always constant. So the locus of all such points, the set of all such points, all of them are at a distance of all of them are at a constant distance from a fixed point is called the circle. So for example, if you consider this point, and if you consider this point, so all of them if you join, then the figure so obtained is called the circle. Here fixed point is called, here fixed point C is called center. So this is the center. Fixed distance CP is equals to R. So this all are at an equidistance from the fixed point. So fixed distance CP is equals to R is called the radius. So now let P x1 y1 be any point in the plane, C h comma k be the center. Then by definition CP is equals to R. CP is equals to R is the definition. The distance from a fixed point to any point in the plane is equals to R. So if you square on both sides, CP square equals to R square. So CP is the distance between the 2 points P x1 y1 and C h comma k. So the distance is x1 minus h whole square plus y1 minus k whole square is equals to R square. So this is called the equation of a circle. Equation of a circle in its central form when center C h comma k and radius R is given. Therefore the locus of point P x1 y1 is x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equals to R square. This is called the central form, and this form is particularly useful when you are asked to find out the equation of the circle when h comma k center is given and radius R is given. So let us try out some examples. Find the equation of a circle having center C 2, 3 and radius r is equals to 5. So what is the equation of the circle when you are asked to find out when you are given center C 2, 3 and r equals to 5? So x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square equals to r square. Here x minus 2 whole square plus y minus 3 whole square is equals to 5 square. So this is x square 2 square 4 minus 4x plus y square minus 2 3s are 6y plus 3 3s are 9 is equals to 25. Therefore x square plus y square minus 4x minus 6y plus 4 plus 9 13 minus 25 is minus 12 is equals to 0. So you may end up the solution with this, or if you expand, if you further simplify, this is what we will get. So x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equals to r square. If center C h comma k is equals to 0 0, then this equation will become x square plus y square is equals to r square. Therefore this equation of the circle is said to be the standard equation of the circle. Standard form of the circle. The circle is said to be in its standard form if and only if its center is at the origin. That means, so this is the coordinate axis and this is our circle. So this is equals to r and this is equals to r. So here this is 0 0. For this circle, center is at the origin. So such kind of a circle is said to be the standard equation of the circle. And if in the equation of the circle x square plus y square is equals to r square, if radius r is equals to 1, then this equation of the circle becomes x square plus y square is equals to 1 square, that is equals to 1. So this circle is called the unit circle. Unit circle. What is a unit circle? The circle whose radius is equals to 1. So the circle is like this. So this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 1, this is 2, this is 1 and this is 2. This is 1, minus 1, this is minus 2. For this circle, the center is still at the origin and the radius is 1. So such a circle is said to be the unit circle. And here, if r is equals to 0, then the standard equation of the circle becomes x square plus y square is equals to 0. That means x square plus y square equals to 0 also represents the equation of the circle, and this circle particularly called as the point circle. So if you want to represent in a diagram this circle, then actually this is the circle. So this circle is called the point circle. What is a point circle? A point circle is also a circle whose radius is equals to 0. That means we have the radius 1 here, and if it is reduced to extent that actually the radius becomes 0. That means actually we are left with the center of the circle with radius is equals to 0. Such kind of a circle is said to be the point circle. For a point circle, the circle only has the center but has got no radius. So this is the diagram of this point circle. And here let us go back to the equation of the circle in its central form. X minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equals to r square. So this is the equation of the circle in its central form when you are given h comma k center, radius r. So let us expand it. A minus b whole square, a square plus b square minus 2ab y square plus k square minus 2ky is equals to r square. So this is equals to x square plus y square minus 2hx minus 2ky plus h square plus k square minus r square is equals to 0. Let us consider this with the equation x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equals to 0. Then we will get comparing coefficients, we get 2g is equals to minus 2h. So both gets cancelled. G is equals to minus h. Likewise 2f is equals to minus 2k. So f is equals to minus k. From this minus g is equals to h minus f is equals to k. And on comparing the constants, then c is equals to h square plus k square minus r square. So from this r square is equals to, if you transpose this minus r square onto another side, this will be plus r square is equals to h square plus k square minus c. So what is h? H is equals to minus g whole square. This is plus g square. K is equals to minus f. So minus f whole square is plus f square minus c. R square is equals to. Therefore r is equals to square root of g square plus f square minus c. Therefore we arrive to a conclusion that x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equals to 0 also represents the equation of a circle. This earlier is the central form of a circle when center c, h comma k and radius r is given. But now this also represents x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equals to 0 also represents the equation of the circle. This is called the general equation of a circle whose center is here. What is the center? C, h comma k is the center, and that center here is h comma k is minus g minus f, and radius r is equals to square root of g square plus f square minus c. Therefore we will conclude that the equation x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equals to 0 also represents the equation of the circle, and this circle is said to be the general form of a circle whose center c is minus g minus f and radius r is equals to square root of g square plus f square minus c. If g square plus f square minus c is greater or equals to 0, then the equation x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equals to 0 represents a circle with center c minus g minus f and radius square root of g square plus f square minus c. This is what do we need to prove. So given equation of a circle is x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equals to 0. Now what I am doing is adding g square plus f square minus c on both sides. adding g square plus f square on both sides is what I am doing. Now this is x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus g square plus f square plus c is equals to g square plus f square without loss of generality. So with 0 g square plus f square I have added, the same g square plus f square I have added on the LHS as well. Therefore these two gets cancelled, we left with again the same equation of the given circle. Now x square plus 2gx plus g square I'll keep in one bracket plus y square plus 2fy plus f square is equals to g square plus f square. This plus c I'll transpose onto another side minus c. So this is equals to a square plus 2ab plus b square is a plus b whole square. This is x plus g whole square plus this is y plus f whole square is equals to g square plus f square minus c. So this is equals to, this can further be written as x minus of minus g whole square plus y minus of minus f whole square is equals to g square plus f square minus c. So this when compared with x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equals to r square, then we'll get h is equals to minus g, k is equals to minus f. So from this h comma k is equals to minus g minus f, and r square is equals to square root of g square plus f square minus c. This is equals to r is equals to square root of r square is equals to, without square, r square is equals to g square plus f square minus c. So from this r is equals to square root of g square plus f square minus c. So that's what we need to prove. See, so for this equation of the circle, center C is minus g minus f and radius g square plus f square minus c. With g square plus f square minus c, the radius should always be, this radius should always be either equals to 0 or greater than 0. Then only it is said to be a real circle. Otherwise it is imaginary circle. For imaginary circle we don't have any radius. So this is the necessary condition. So the radius could be 0. For radius is equals to 0, then it is said to be the point circle. The conditions that the equation ax square plus 2hx square plus by square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equals to 0 represents a circle if a is equals to b, h is equals to 0, g square plus f square minus ac greater or equals to 0. We have already learnt in the first year ax square plus 2hx square plus by square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equals to 0 represents the second degree non-homogeneous equation, and the second degree non-homogeneous equation to represent the equation of a circle if and only if the coefficient of x square is equals to coefficient of y square. So these two should be equal and h is equals to 0. The xy term should be absent and g square plus f square minus ac is greater or equals to 0. So if it undergoes these three conditions, then the second degree non-homogeneous equation automatically represents the equation of the circle. Since the equation of the circle is of the form x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equals to 0, ax square plus 2hxy plus by square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equals to 0 is of the form comparing coefficients, then x square quotient comparing the quotients, we get a by 1, x square quotient is 1 here, b by 1, so small g by capital G, small f by capital F, small c here by capital C, and h is equals to 0. Here xy term is here, but here we don't have. So from this, a is equals to b and h is equals to 0. Now g square plus f square minus c is greater or equals to 0. So g value is, if you compare these two, a by 1 is equals to g by capital G. So from this, capital G is equals to g by a. So from this, g by a whole square plus likewise f by b whole square minus c is greater or equals to 0. From this, g square plus f square, a is equals to b. This b is also, if I replace it as a, then this is, and c value is g square plus f square minus a square c. LCM here is a square. So g square plus f square minus ac is greater or equals to 0. Therefore, g square plus f square minus ac is greater or equals to 0. Therefore, the required conditions are, so a is equals to b, h is equals to 0, and g square plus f square minus ac is greater or equals to 0. Therefore, these three are the conditions to represent the second degree non-homogeneous equation, to represent the equation of the circle. So these are the properties of a circle that we have discussed in the lower classes. A diameter of a circle divides the circle into two equal parts. Each part is called the semicircle. So this is the circle and this is the diameter. Since why this is called the diameter? Because the chord AB is passing through the center of the circle. So each is said to be the semicircle. So therefore the diameter divides the entire circle into two equal halves. Each half is said to be the semicircle. The perpendicular bisector of a chord of a circle passes through the center of the circle. So let us suppose that this is the circle. So this is the chord AB and this is the center. So this line is the perpendicular bisector. This line is the perpendicular bisector. Why perpendicular bisector? Because let us suppose that this is D. CD is perpendicular to the chord. Therefore, CD bisects AB into two equal parts, and angle CDB or angle CDA is equals to 90 degrees. Therefore, CD is the perpendicular bisector, and this perpendicular bisector of this chord always passing through the center of the circle. That's what this property says. Every chord subtends an angle at any point on the major arc of a circle formed by it is equals to half of the angle subtended at the center of the circle. So let us suppose that this is the circle. So let us suppose that this is the chord AB. So let this chord AB subtends an angle. Suppose this is 30 degrees. Then the same AB subtends an angle, double angle at the center of the circle. It will be doubled. Or if AB makes an angle 60 degrees at the center of the circle, then the same AB is making an angle of 60 by 2, which is 30 degrees on the remaining part of the circumference of a circle, is what this property says. And the angle in the semicircle is 90 degrees. So let us suppose that this is the circle. So this is the diameter AB, and let us suppose that this is C. So this is 90 degrees. So this 90 degrees, the angle in the semicircle AB, so this is a semicircle and this is a semicircle. The angle in the semicircle is 90 degrees. The angle subtended by a chord on the circumference of circumference at any point is constant. That means, let us suppose that this is the circle. So AB is the chord. So AB is making an angle. AB is making an angle alpha here, for example. Then the same angle then the same chord AB is making an angle of alpha at D, and so is the case here. If you take, then this also, so at this point also, for example E, so at this point also it makes the similar angle. So that's what this property says. Just we have discussed that the angle in the semicircle is 90 degrees. So let AX1 Y1 BX2 Y2 be the ends of the diameter or the extremities of a diameter. Then the equation of the circle is x minus x1 into x minus x2 plus y minus y1 into y minus y2 is equals to 0. Let us suppose that this is the circle. So with ax1 y1 bx2 y2 are the ends of the diameter. So let us suppose that px comma y be any point on the circle. So we have discussed that angle in the semicircle is 90 degrees. That means this is 90 degrees. Then AP is perpendicular to PB. That means angle APB is equals to 90 degrees. That means slope of AP into slope of BP is equals to -1, because whenever two lines are perpendicular, their product of the slopes is equals to -1. So here the slope is y minus y1 by, what is the slope? Difference of ordinates by difference of abscissa. So y minus y1 by x minus x1. Here y minus y2 by x minus x2. This is equals to -1. So from this, y minus y1 into y minus y2 cross multiplication, minus of x minus x1 into x minus x2. So therefore, if you transpose this onto another side, x minus x1 into x minus x2 plus y minus y1 into y minus y2 is equals to 0. So this represents the equation of the circle when the ends of the diameter or extremities of the diameter is given. So this is called the diametric form. This is called the diametric form. Now, parametric form. For this, I'll take the standard equation of a circle whose center is at the origin O. So let P xy be any point on the circle. So let OP be is equals to R. I'll draw a perpendicular PM onto x-axis. This is x dash. This is y dash. So this OM is equals to x and this PM is equals to y. So in triangle OPM, that is this O P M, this is R and this is Y and this is X. So cos theta is equals to OM by OP. So this is cos theta is equals to OM is equals to X by OP is equals to R. So from this, X is equals to R cos theta, and sin theta is equals to opposite side by hypotenuse, MP by OP. So sin theta is equals to how much here? So this is sin theta is equals to MP value is Y by R. So from this, Y is equals to R sin theta. Therefore, X is equals to R cos theta and Y is equals to R sin theta are said to be the parametric equations. Parametric equations of the circle x square plus y square is equals to r square, while r cos theta comma r sin theta, this is p value here. So p is x comma y, x is r cos theta, y is r sin theta. So p r cos theta by r sin theta is said to be the parametric point. Parametric point. So for the circle, x square plus y square is equals to r square. The parametric equations are x equals to r cos theta, y is equals to r sin theta. Parametric point is r cos theta comma r sin theta. So for the circle x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equals to r square, the parametric point is h plus r cos theta, k plus r sin theta, while x is equals to h plus r cos theta, y is equals to k plus r sin theta are the parametric equations of this circle. And for the circle x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equals to 0. So x is equals to minus g plus r cos theta, y is equals to minus f plus r sin theta are called the parametric equations, while minus g plus r cos theta minus f plus r sin theta, where r is equals to square root of g square plus f square minus c, and theta is lying in between 0 and 2 pi.